Wow, that's good. I like it.
Oh, that's so much better.
Oh, this is awesome. Like, seriously.
Very smooth, very tasty.
I feel like I have to try all of them now.
It tastes very refreshing.
Powerful.
Love it. I could drink it all day.
Delish.
I can drink this.
I could drink the whole thing.
Let me get some of that one.
I already drank it all.
Can I keep it?
I recommend this to anybody.
Have you tried 5 Hour Energy lately?
Have you tried 5 Hour Energy lately?
Have you tried 5 Hour Energy lately?
Very refreshing.
Powerful.
Love it. I could drink it all day.
Delish.
I can drink this.
I could drink the whole thing.
Okay, test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2.
Have you tried 5 Hour Energy lately?
Very refreshing.
Powerful.
Love it. I could drink it all day.
Delish.
I can drink this.
I could drink the whole thing.
Okay, test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2.
Have you tried 5 Hour Energy lately?
Test 1, test 1. Okay, test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. Audio's a little quiet. Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. Okay, test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. Audio's a little quiet. Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. Okay, I guess I'm the only one watching. I'm not quite sure if that's what that means, but I am going to try to practice cast some of my friends' games in an effort to start casting a little more. Okay, I guess I'm the only one watching. I'm not quite sure if that's what that means, but I am going to try to practice cast some of my friends' games in an effort to start casting a little more. Okay, I guess I'm the only one watching. I'm not quite sure if that's what that means, but I am going to try to practice cast some of my friends' games. Alright, I think that's good. I wish that I could route things through my headset so that not everybody could hear that, but actually I can do that, but I don't have the correct setup just yet. I'm supposed to have some headphones plugged into the back, so I will just rely on anybody who decides to come watch to tell me if shit is fucked. So, I hope that works out. I hope everybody can hear me if anybody's listening. If not, this is really just, it's more for me. Okay, it looks like the people have a bye round in the tournament. How do I... Okay, I'm not in voice chat. Okay, maybe I will do a little bit of the Summit 3 just to warm up since, according to my friend, they have a bye round. So, I'm gonna... hop in to... hop into the Summit 3 game between Root and I think it's Vegas Squadron. Oh, it's MYM. Oh, hey, Dota crashed. I didn't drop any frames. Interesting. Alright, we'll try to start that up again. console, but let's start out with trying to watch a little bit of the summit. They're in pre-game right now. Hopefully I can get this done. It was not working earlier, it was not cooperating. Hopefully it doesn't crash on us.
Radiant team are now picking.
Alright, cool. So, I'm a little behind on the meta. Just recently started a full-time internship, and it's been a lot of work. So, I've fallen a little bit behind. Only been keeping up through,
Only 10 seconds to pick. Reserve 5 seconds remain.
We're gonna turn down that volume. Holy shit. Okay. And there's a knock on the door. I will be right back. Holy shit.
Dire team pick. Dire's ban. Radiant's ban. Dire's ban. Radiant's ban.
I don't know who was kind enough to view my channel, but they are gone now. So I haven't really been keeping up with the meta, but I'm going to do my best to cast this game and make some analysis. I see Meet Your Makers picking up Queen of Pain first. I know she's been a really strong hero in the meta. She's got a lot of mobility, and she does a lot of burst damage in this fight-heavy meta, and it's a really good AoE ult. And she's really good at getting her own pickoffs, too. She's going to fall off later in the game, unless she gets a shit ton of items and gets really ahead early. But she's going to be a huge force until, I want to say about 15 minutes. Other people might tell me I'm wrong, but, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say 15 minutes. Root Gaming, I've seen a lot of Tusk pickups recently. I like the Tusk pickup. I also think he's a really good ganking hero, and I think that he can scale well into the late game. I've seen Funnick run an incredible Tusk into the late game. He does sort of start to fall off, but he's, again, a very burst damage-y hero with a lot of gank. I see Root's second pickup is a Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend obviously going to carry them well into the late game. Kind of a glass cannon. He can be a little fragile at times, but he deals a lot of damage, and he's not so bad himself at ganking if he can pick himself up a Yule's Scepter. But this is really going to be sort of like the meat of their lineup is going to be that Shadow Fiend. I think that's exactly what they're trying to build around. I guess this Earthshaker is going to be a 4-roll for Meet Your Makers. Not quite sure. Going to go ahead and say that it's the 4-roll. Probably going to be looking to help set up ganks with Queen of Pain. I see another Tiny, so this team is going really stun heavy. Dazzle, obviously there for protection and getting the armor and the negative armor. Obviously, Necromastery. Necromastery is going to help cause some negative armor for the other team. And then Dazzle's ult, bring it down even further, really lay it on there. I think this is going to be
5
a safe
seconds
lane
remaining.
Tiny for Meet Your Makers. I think he's going to try to carry them. He's
Look,
got a good
I don't
AoE
mean to rush
stun.
you, but I do
got
wish
toss.
you'd go a hell of a lot faster than you're going.
Really stun heavy. This team looks like it's going to try to get things done early. I don't know if this is best of 3 or best of 2, but I did not catch game 1 if there was a game 1 to catch.
Only 10 seconds.
So I'm working a little bit blind here.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
It looks like they're going to be going gank oriented, or maybe some type of turtle strat here. MYM is noticing their bans because they've banned out Chen, PL, and the Naga, which means that they're going to be looking for no push. They don't want any type of split push. They don't want to deal with that. And it kind of looks like Root Gaming, I guess they're looking to ban out the stronger gank heroes. Obviously, Leshrac being the first pick is more of a teamfight hero. Undying also a teamfight hero, but those last 2 heroes, Bloodseeker and Huskar, are really good at the solo kills. They're going to pick up an IO, Root Gaming is, which I think is going to go well with that
10
Tusk.
seconds to pick.
Jump in, snowball, throw down all your abilities, hope you get the
5
kill, and then get the
seconds
hell out of
remaining.
dodge. We see a Lion come out from Meet Your Maker. I like the Lion pick. I think he's a really solid support. He's got a good stun and a great
Dive
damage
ban.
ult. Really good for getting the necessary damage out on a squishy hero like Shadow Fiend. It might help them pick up some early kills and keep him down.
Ten seconds to pick. 5 seconds. Hurry, hurry. Reserve time.
Ooh, only getting 30 frames here, so I'm going to close out of my video preview here in my second window. I'm going to take that down, see if that helps. No, that doesn't seem to be helping. I'm just going to close out of... which one do I want to close out of? Let's close out of that, see if that helps. No, it doesn't look like it's going to help. Let's try that. Even less so. Let's just close it out altogether. Alright, we're back up to 70 frames. 70 frames is a good place to be.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
So interesting, we kind of see the swap effect here going on in the final bans with Root Gaming banning out the Broodmother. No split push. They don't want that split push hero in there, and then MYM banning out the Bristleback, who's more of a carry teamfight hero. Okay, cool. They pick up the Juggernaut. So this might actually be more of the meat of their team here for Root, and maybe he's going to go with the IO, try to get maybe some Omni-Slash kills. Not entirely sure. Haven't seen Juggernaut in a while. But very interesting
10
pickup.
seconds to pick.
Interested to see how this game goes, and very interested here to see what Meet Your Makers is going to do with their final pickup, because it would seem to me that they have both of their supports. Maybe they're looking for an offlaner now, or maybe they're going to offlane this Earthshaker and pick up something else. Okay, they're going to offlane the Darkseer. A great teamfight hero is probably going to be really cohesive with all of these heroes. I really like MYM's lineup way more than I like Root Gaming. Meet Your Makers is looking to get into those team fights. They're looking to initiate, start something. You're probably going to see a lot of Blink Daggers come out on this team. You've already got the Blink on the Queen of Pain, but they're looking to vacuum and stun and scream their way to victory. Meanwhile, it looks like Root Gaming's going to try to be a little bit more elusive, a little bit more sneaky, and teleport in, get those solo ganks, help get their carries some farm, and get way ahead way too early for MYM to catch up. I apologize to everybody for switching back and forth on the
Only 10 seconds.
on the Steam overlay here. I'm trying to make sure that I
5
don't
seconds
miss
remain.
the game that I'm supposed to be casting. so it looks like we're going to have a pause here.
Where were we? Radiant was pushing... Or was it? Okay, never mind. Everyone just go bottom.
Alright, so we have Brian on the IO. We have TC. We have TC on that Shadow Fiend. In the top lane, it's going to be Brian with Moo and that Tusk. And then in the bottom lane, we're going to have Root Fun and Monkeys Forever. Root Fun on the Dazzle and Monkeys Forever on the Jug. Looks like maybe they're going to go contest the jungle, looking for enemy invaders. They might find one. This Darkseer and this Juggernaut kind of scouting each other out. Darkseer's going to back off. Ping goes out from Tiny, I believe. Tiny sees the ward, or no, feels like there might be a ward up there in the jungle. Or maybe these are pings from Root. I can't really tell. They have a similar color, brown and orange do. So we get the ward placement coming out, and Root definitely knows about this ward on their ancient stack here. Looks like Bounty Rune's going to be going the ways of both teams. One on the mid, Quab trying to get the advantage there in the mid, and then giving a little bit of cushion to the IO support, who's probably not going to get that much farm.
These are the questions no one was asking.
So it would seem that Purple thinks that something has been blocked, or maybe there's a ward down there signaling to this team that maybe something's up in their jungle. Meanwhile, Gods, or Z-God, is coming over here trying to probably scout out a gank on mid. Lays down the fissure on TC. Nothing coming from Quap except for the dagger. IO sees the Earthshaker, lays a couple hits on him, tethers to TC, gets him healed up. This Earthshaker being a little relentless, trying to get over here, trying to set up some ganks on TC. He knows he's going to have to take down this Shadow Fiend, or this Shadow Fiend's going to become a problem. TC, a pretty good mid player. He used to play carry and at one point mid for Team Liquid before they disbanded. Stand-in Takane is a little low on health there. He's got 2 tangos and a salve, waiting to use them. Meanwhile, top lane, Moo and Excel Aokji. We're just going to call him Excel. Lion and Tusk getting into it a little bit here. Lion lays down the stun and the Hex. Earthshaker comes in with the stun. Tusk snowballs up, stuns all 3 of them, trying to get away. Is he going to be first blood? Tiny throws down the toss. Is he going to get denied by the neutrals? He's not. Excel gets the last hit, draws the first blood. Good rotation by the Earthshaker. Good aggression from the Lion.
Yes.
It seems that Dazzle's gone down bottom lane. Isho working a little magic with the double ion shell, spending his mana very well. Juggernaut says, "Get out of my lane."
Radiant's bottom tower
Tusk
is
again being
attacked.
aggressive up here in the top lane. Probably a little salty about his death. Throws down the ice shards. Trying to get a little bit of damage off on these supports. Try to keep them from harassing him. Mid lane, TC definitely laying out some damage on this Queen of Pain. She's already down her salve and a tango, and that's her last tango, so she has no more healing. Oh, well, her bottle is out now. So she does have a little bit more healing. She's going to get up there, and then she's going to look to move to a rune. TC still laying down some massive damage with those Shadow Raises. 2 points in Shadow Raise. Top lane, Lion trying to get the mana out of Tusk, looking to try to set up a gank, maybe. Lion's coming out. Is he going to lay down a Hex or a stun? Nope, he's just going to put some right clicks down on Tusk, trying to keep him out of the lane, trying to get his carry some farm, some safe farm. And he's going to harass him all the way back to his own creeps. Io stacking creeps in the jungle. So Quap and Shadow Fiend fairly even on farm. Quap having a little bit of an advantage, but Tiny has more farm than everybody. This Lion is doing an excellent job of keeping this Tusk out of the lane, keeping him from harassing his carry, and you know, that's exactly how it's supposed to go. The off laner usually is trying to play catch up, so we'll just see what happens once this Tusk hits level 6. Middle lane, Earthshaker laid down a fissure trying to get TC, and Queen of Pain threw out the dagger, but nothing's happening to TC. TC's just playing it smart, getting his farm, throwing down some damage on Quap. It looks like he's going to go for it. Quap blinks away. A TC, a very logical and patient player. He knows that his time will come to get that kill, and, you know, he would have liked it there, but he's happy to just lay some damage out on her, force her to buy some regen or get out of lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Darkseer going ham on this Dazzle, throws down the Ion Shell. Dazzle, Shallow Grave goes up. Queen of Pain down here. Dazzle gets the kill on Queen of Pain. Looks like Dazzle's going to go down, though. However, handing over far less gold than the Queen of Pain did in her death. Probably not the wisest decision to get down there. And now we see MYM kind of taking the lead here in the net worth charts fairly early, with Shadow Fiend getting up in there in the top 4. But the top 4, 3 of them are Dire players. Darkseer already with a soul ring in the jungle, stacking camps that I think he's going to take for himself. Well, obviously he's going to take them for himself. Queen of Pain coming to take this rune. Let's see if Tusk is going to do anything about it. No, he's just going to back off and say, you can have this one. I don't want any part of that, not even once. Earthshaker pings out the Tusk, lays down the fissure. Is Quap going to blink in? Tusk snowballs up. He's going to get the stun off on Earthshaker. Queen of Pain jumping in for some reason to take part of that stun. Throws down the knives. But the balls from Io and the raises from TC. Looks like they're going to come back in, turn this around, and clean it up.
The ecstasy.
Dire's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Dire's top tower is under siege. Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Dire's top tower is under siege. Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
The lion's heart beats. To die at my hand is an honor.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
No grave for you. If killing you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Mega double kill. Just fell on hard time. Unstoppable.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked. Dire's top tower is being attacked. Dire's top tower is destroyed.
Killing spree. Ownage.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's top tower is under siege. Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Radiant sure are loving those invulnerable towers. Radiant's top tower is under siege. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Dazzle!
Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's middle tower is taking damage. Radiant's middle tower is being attacked. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's middle tower is taking damage. No more middle tower for Radiant.
Dark light! Do the wave! Zap! Exterminated. Double kill.
How could it be any other way?
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant have fortified their towers.
Wicked ownage.
Radiant's bottom tower is demolished. The Dire have murdered Roshan
Immortality.
purely for sport. It's not even about the Aegis. Dire's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's middle tower is taking damage. Dire's top tower is under siege. Dire's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Godlike.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Battle is a
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Holy shit.
Dire's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Monster kill.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Radiant's middle tower is taking damage. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is taking damage. Dire's middle tower taking damage.
No, take that. Godlike. Myself. Footprint for you.
Dire's middle tower taking damage. Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Radiant's top tower is under siege. Dire's middle tower taking damage. Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Pain
Not
is
possible.
the best teacher.
Coming through.
Weak. No.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Determination. Bless you. Killing rate. Double kill.
Dire's top tower is under siege. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Returned to sediment. You won't be seeing me around. Dazzle! Fancy beating you here.
The Dire have rejected Roshan's petition to continue living peacefully.
Shadow Wave!
Fate finds you.
Not so fast.
Ha! Slamming!
Do the wave. I was under
I'll be my
order.
own successor.
No, master. No! By my horns, your time is overdone.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
I apologize to anybody that happened to have been viewing the stream. I had to take a sensitive phone call, and that kept me from continuing on with the stream. I did get to watch the game. It looked like an excellent game, and I apologize for not being able to cast it for those who were willing to listen. somebody about how they didn't really hold up their end of the bargain when they refused to give me that $500 stipend and instead deducted from it when I took vacation. Sorry for anybody who's watching. I'm currently trying to connect to the Faceit game. Actually gonna have to log in to my email to get to this shit. It's a load of shit. Okay. Okay. We're gonna sign in through Steam. Alright, boys and girls. Alright, boys and girls. Oh, you guys are gonna get to hear that twice. Something during the process went wrong. Of course, I get to add another one. Yeah. Okay. Gonna verify again. It got my shit. Yeah. My starting skill level on Faceit is 2. Good, good. Well, that's not what I wanted. Okay. I guess I will try this again. What streaming apps are there? Oh, it's just all the shit that I already use. But if it's your first time broadcasting, wouldn't you be using one of these softwares? Anyways. Well, didn't mean to do that. God damn it. Hide that preview. Alright. So they just started drafting, so... see. Let's see. I want to know how to watch. They have Faceit TV, but it looks like it's for Counter-Strike. How to watch Faceit games. Oh, I think I found it.
Reserve.
I'm so fucking good. Ugh. I love when I discover things through the internet. The internet is the best.
Radiant
Oh,
team
okay, so
pick.
I have a lot of catching up to do. I'm not going to use the directed camera. Get that shit out of here. Alright, so... let's look at these bands really quick. It looks like the Dire really does not have... I don't know, maybe they don't have a lot of faith in their mid lane, or they're really scared about somebody else's mid lane abilities, potential. They just maybe don't want to deal with a really mobile hero or a really high damage hero.
10
I see a lot of
seconds to
global
pick.
abilities out of maybe, well, Invoker only has Sunstrike, but, you know, Zeus has the global ult,
5
Spectre has the
seconds
global ult.
remain.
Not interested in dealing with that. Not interested in dealing with the Quap. Quap, really powerful hero in the meta
Reserve
right now.
time.
Quap, the Queen of Pain, obviously able to deal out massive amounts of damage in a team fight in an AoE area. Storm Spirit, another very mobile hero, really good at getting pickoffs. Quap, pretty okay at getting pickoffs herself, but Storm scales a lot better into the late game. Looking at the Radiant bans, it looks like they're not interested in dealing with players that can come join a team fight out of nowhere or join into a gank. I see that the Spirit Breaker and the Clockwork. Oh, well, there go the bans. I believe there are other bans. No, I'm not even going to try. Anyways, so let's look at the picks really fast, get a little bit of analysis into that before the game starts. I see a Chaos Knight on, I believe the top is the Dire. So I see a Chaos Knight that might be their hard carry. I think that's what it's going to be, and then you might have the Wind Ranger mid. And then you'll have the Wraith King in the offlane, maybe a tri-lane with the Crystal Maiden Dazzle for the Chaos Knight.
Just so you know, I'll be taking a shot every time you die.
Their
Please
lineup
try to keep me
looks
out of the
kind
hospital.
of hybrid-esque. They're looking to get the negative armor off of Dazzle's ult. Wind Ranger very good at solo kills, along with Wraith King's kind of there to soak up damage, and then Crystal Maiden and Chaos Knight, I guess, are going to wreak havoc in the team fight. I guess that would be their strategy. Looks like we might get a smoke, maybe? A smoke out of this team? Oh, there's the smoke out of Bare Legs. So this team's going to smoke up. They're going to look for first blood either in the jungle or at this top rune. If they catch out this Chaos Knight, it could be really good for them. This Wraith King does look like he's going to go offlane, so that makes Chaos Knight the safe lane carry.
30
Looking for
seconds
somebody, not
until
finding anybody. I
digital
really
sports.
interested to see if they get this. It looks like they might just completely whiff on the Chaos Knight. It depends on if they go down here. They only have about, I don't know, maybe 15 seconds, 10 seconds left on that smoke. They're not going to run into anybody. Oh, they might run into this Dazzle here. They see the Dazzle. They're going to... Oh, they don't see the Dazzle. But Dazzle sees them. They're going to ice up. They're going to catch out Dazzle. Dazzle just runs into a really unfortunate situation. He's going to end up as first blood for the Razor. They're going to come down here, try to get the Chaos Knight. Missed fissure from Bare Legs. Wind Ranger and Chaos Knight says, get the fuck out of here. Not interested in dying today. A little bit of trash talk coming out of the Wind Ranger towards Bare Legs there. The Sodium
Denied.
Master, I believe. I'm bad at chemistry. We're just going to call him Sodium. So let's take a little time to make an analysis of the Radiant team. Obviously, you get your Shadow Fiend, the Glass Cannon. He's going to deal a lot of damage. He's going to scale really well into the late game. He's going to be doling out a ton of damage later. Might find it hard to get rid of this Chaos Knight's illusions if he finds himself in a one-on-one matchup. Obviously, Wind Ranger dealing out the damage for the Dire side. Could probably go toe-to-toe with Shadow Fiend, although he's going to deal a little bit more damage because of his negative armor. We'll see what the items do for these different heroes. So you're looking to get rid of any type of heal ability with the AA, not looking to have any kind of regen, and you're also looking to kind of amp up the damage there. The only hard stuns really are coming out of the Earthshaker. Not a bad hero for stuns, a little risky. You've got at least 3 from the other team. The Shackle Shot out of the Wind Ranger. You have the Chaos Bolt, I believe, out of the Chaos Knight. And while that's not an incredibly reliable stun, it still will at least stun them for a time. I believe the minimum there on that is at least 2 seconds. That's fairly good. And then you've got the Wraithfire Blast, which is also a 2-second stun off of the Wraith King.
Yes.
So there's a lot more disable, it seems, from varying sources coming out of the Dire squad. This Wind Ranger's getting kind of brave here. Barelegs comes down, lays down the fissure. She throws down the Wind Run with the last of her mana, bottles up. Barelegs going to give a little chase, but she does have 100% evasion during that Wind Run. Managed to get out of there. Looked like she could have been toast there for a second. Still laying down the heat with these insults. Back to the matter at hand, you have the Bloodseeker on the off lane. Bloodseeker going to help to get some cleanup, and also Bloodseeker can really run away with a game. He's got a lot of damage coming out of him, especially in the early game, and if he gets the right items, he can just become a complete and utter terror to your team. We see 2 points into Thirst already, giving him that move speed bonus on that Wraith King. Looks like you want to give a little chase there. I'm sure he's going to pick up Blood right next, help get these ganks going on. Pick off these supports, pick off the Wind Ranger, try to keep these people from getting a lot of farm. And ultimately, that would they would hope that it would lead to the shutdown of the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight, while he could probably put up a fair fight on his own against the Bloodseeker and the rest of his team, not going to win this game by himself. Barelegs coming up top, looking for a gank, it looks like, waiting for one of these players to take a step up. Decide against it. Looks like they're going to try to go down towards the middle lane and try to collapse on this Wind Ranger. The Radiant lead the game in the farm. Jukers doing very well for himself in the mid lane against the Wind Ranger, who's talking so much trash. The Bloodseeker on the off lane doing an incredible job of keeping this Wraith King. Wraith King only has 6 last hits compared to Bloodseeker's 20. A little bit of bad manners coming out of
Once again, video games.
these teams. Pause for Earthshaker, but back to the matter at hand. Wraith King, only 6 last hits, got brown boots. Legacy here, poor man's shield, working on his way to his treads. He's getting a lot of gold here, whereas the Wraith King's kind of sitting in the middle of the pack. He's kind of getting zoned out. He's still getting his experience, but this gold is definitely going to make the Radiant the stronger team, especially if they're off lane. The player who's usually playing catch-up, or excuse me, they're safe lane. Safe lane is usually the one playing catch-up, but they've decided to give him the Bloodseeker the solo lane. Let's see how the Razor's doing. Razor doing okay for himself. He's got his treads. He's got a you got a Clarity. Ancient Apparition already with boots. Both of them, well, one's level 3, Razor level 4, AA level 3. Out-leveling the Chaos Knight and the Dazzle. Chaos Knight with only 4 last hits, sitting beneath the Wraith King even. So this is a really good laning formation, I suppose, for the Radiant team. Getting farm on all the major players while essentially shutting out the major players for the other team. This is kind of a dream scenario for them right now. We'll see if it holds. Obviously, we're only at the 6-minute mark. But this game could get out of hand and in a hurry. We saw some missed stuns out of the Earthshaker in the early game. Just hit one on the Wind Ranger to get that kill, but if he starts hitting those fissures, this game could start to get out of control. Sodium Master with Bottle and Boots here in the middle lane. Still struggling a little bit for farm. 3rd overall. just surpassed Jukers, the Shadow Fiend. Dazzle finding a ward in the jungle, taking care of that. Looks like this Wraith King wants to go for a gank here. He's going to lay down the stun on the Razor. Here comes the Fissure from Bare Legs. Bare Legs throws it down. Does not have Enchant Totem. Mr. Manager, the Razor going to die anyways. Bare Legs could be next. Here comes another stun. Legacy barreling in, throwing the damage bonus up on himself. Dazzle with the Shallow Grave. Legacy decides he's going to take care of Dazzle now and then just clean up on the Chaos Knight who doesn't get out of there. Legacy with the double kill, picking up his Chainmail, taking the lead on the net worth chart. Showing this Dire team that he means business. Bare Legs with Enchant Totem now, 2 points into Fissure. Looks like he wants to wrap around, try to get this Wind Ranger. She does have enough mana for Wind Run. She also has enough mana for a Shackle. Legacy just taking on the world up there. Missed that kill. Got the kill on the Wraith King. With his treads and chainmail, he will be shortly to a blade mail. Here comes CK and Dazzle right back out. But he still has enough mana. He's got his ult too. Gets stunned up. Still regenning quite well. Picks up a broadsword, give himself a little bit more damage. No mana for the stun from Chaos Knight. Bare Legs coming in to make the assist if he has to. No mana for Fissure. Sodium Master, Invis Rune, trying to come around and see if he can grab this Razor with his ult. Wraith King moving in. Razor knows something's up. Sodium Master going to follow him down. He's going to get picked up by the tower here in a second if he's not careful. He wants this kill so badly. Wraith King coming down past the creep wave, even though his is already long gone. Sodium Master maybe wants to take up camp in the jungle and see if he can still force this gank. He just wants it so badly. Razor coming out, aggro on the creeps. Invis pops off of Sodium Master. He's going to Wind Run away, Wind Run down. Here comes Wraith King, going to lay down the stun. Razor pops the ult, gets stunned up, trying to get off the plasma field. He's going to kill Wraith King, but Wraith King with his ult up, going to come back to life, going to lay down another stun on Mr. Manager, and that's going to be it for him. Meanwhile, top lane, Legacy getting out another kill on the Chaos Knight. Diving under tower. Looks like he's going to get this Dazzle. He does. Back to bottom lane. Looks like AA is going to fall to the Wind Ranger ult.
You've been shot.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Trading 2 for 2.
Dire's middle tower.
The Radiant still hold the top 3 spots in the net worth, despite Razor's death. Razor halfway there to his mechanism. Smoke up on AA, not seeing a Blink Dagger on Earthshaker just yet. A little bit early. Looks like he's still going for his mana boots. Bottle up on Shadow Fiend, wondering if we're going to see a BKB out of him first to deal with all of these stuns and spells since he is so very squishy. Looks like he's going to find this Wraith King with a double damage. No, they're going to miss each other, but just barely. Neither of them having vision of that area. Wraith King looks like he wanted to wrap around. Nope, he's just going to go back to lane. Chaos Knight coming down to the mid lane looking for some farm. Picked up a Bracer. Still within good time for drums. Sodium Master says he wants to go on the Shadow Fiend. Chaos Knight pulls him in with a Reality Rift, throws down the Chaos Bolt. There goes the power shot. Wind Ranger popping the ult. Looks like Jukers is going to go down. Dazzle joins the fight. Oh, he might get away. He might get away. The AA throws down the Ice Vortex. No, not going to get away. Looks like he might die in the fight. No, he's actually going to get away with 25 health. Incredible plays coming out from the Radiant side. Enough to make Sodium Master called GG. Little salty there. Bad manners. Bare Legs comes down, finishes off the Wind Ranger with the Enchant Totem. Clutch plays by the support AA. That Ice Vortex absolutely keeping his Shadow Fiend friend alive.
Dire's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Windranger claiming that he
Dire's
won
middle
mid.
tower taking damage. Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Wraith King looking like he's going to be caught out here under this
Dire's
tier
middle
1 tower.
taking damage.
Radiant diving backwards a little bit. Razor really wants this kill. Legacy coming out trying to get it, but is he going to get caught up here? Taking damage from the tower. Shackle Shot goes down, and the ult. Looks like he's going to give chase to this Windranger. Here comes Wraith King with the stun, and Windranger's going to finish him off. Barelegs throwing down the Echo Slam. Finish off that Wraith King. Windranger with the power shot. Looks like Barelegs is going to go down too with the Reality Rift from Chaos Knight. 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Dire. And it looks like the rest of the Radiant team's just going to retreat out here, looking like they might want to do Roshan. No, looks like they're just going to go down and push this tier 1 tower on the bottom. Chaos Knight still with no items, just that bracer. Oh, the courier is bringing him something. What's the courier bringing? It looks like the courier is going to bring him some... Oh my god, he doesn't even have treads yet. Treads are coming out, and a Helm of Iron Will, excuse me. Helm of Iron Will coming out for the Chaos Knight.
Dire's bottom tower is
looking like
attacked.
Wants to go drum still. Blink Dagger. 13-minute Blink Dagger coming out on the Earthshaker, and a Lothar's, a Shadow Blade coming out on the Shadow Fiend. Windranger getting a little angry now as opposed to insulting. Looking like Legacy wants to pull a gank out here on this Chaos Knight. Barelegs maybe wants to throw down his Fissure. Throws down the Enchant Totem first. Gets the damage off. Throws down the Fissure, and looks like Chaos Knight's going to go down. Legacy 7-1. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Mr. Manager diving under the tier 2 tower, trying to get this Wraith King. Wraith King has his ult up. I don't know what Razor was thinking. Ult up with an armlet. There was no way he was getting that kill, even with 168 damage stolen. Meanwhile, top lane, Juker's getting caught out by the Chaos Knight, and Windranger going to go down to that Windranger ult. Here comes the AA Blast. It's going to catch out 2 of them. Not enough to get the kill. This AA just being a monster support. Keeping the wards up. Only Brown Boots just gets his urn here at 15 minutes. He's always got a smoke on him. He's got a wand and a TP. He's ready to help out his team, and he has done so this game. Keeping that Shadow Fiend alive in that crucial fight in the middle lane that really got this game going for the Radiant team. Legacy possibly being spotted out in the jungle. Here comes Dazzle, trying to go in for the Wraith King. There goes the AA ult. Barelegs comes in, throws down the Enchant Totem, but they're going to get shackled up. Dazzle with the heal and the damage. Earthshaker throws down the Fissure and the Echo Slam. Wraith King coming right back up, and that is going to be a 3-for-none trade coming out of the Dire side.
Under fire.
A lot of trash talk going on in these FaceIt games. Mr. Manager invised up. He's got his medallion and a mech. possibly looking like he wants to go for a kill here. He does have his ult. There are 3 of them there, though. He's got to be crazy to try to go in on this. Maybe just trying to figure out which Chaos Knight is the real Chaos Knight, or maybe wait till he gets under tower. Is he going to pop the invis? He's only got about 20 seconds left. Dazzle throws down the sentry, finds him, gets stunned up by the Wraith King, gets the reality rift from the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight looking to throw down the Chaos Ball, but it looks like Mr. Manager's going to get away. The fissure from Barelegs is just doing incredible work here. Barelegs still chasing down Shadow Fiend, laying down the damage, getting these kills. Legacy joins the fray. And there's another 3-for-1 trade, this time in favor of the Radiant. And they're going to push off of this. They're going to try to take this Tier 2 tower.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Dire have duct taped
Windranger
cardboard
and
all over
Dazzle
their
just
structures.
respawning, walking out from the fountain.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Looks like they're going to be way too late if they wanted to save that tower.
Dire's middle tower
Taking a little
has
bit of
fallen.
damage from the Windranger power shot. Chaos Knight TPing in. Can't believe this team is looking for a fight. Maybe they're just looking for them to push in. But the Radiant says, no, we want this advantage. Gonna smoke up and try to get this Roshan. Wraith King knows. They know that they're going for Roshan. Are they going to try to contest is the real question. Not going to try to contest, going to try to push out their lanes. And even if they had tried to contest, they would have been far too late
Roshan
anyways.
and the Radiant have a lot to teach one another.
Shadow
But
Fiend
life,
picking up the Aegis. Looks like he
love,
might want to be
fear,
going for a
and getting to
BKB right
combat
about now.
immediately up. Radiant's top tower is under
AA trying to
siege.
scout out with the ult. Doesn't see anything. The Radiant know at least 2 of
Radiant's
them
top
are in their
tower
own
is
secret
being
shop.
attacked.
Still want to push out this lane, try to take this Tier 2 tower. The Dire grouping up. Chaos Knight finally finishing his armlet. Windranger with the Maelstrom. Bareleg's going to run into Windranger. Takes the power shot to the face. Throws down the Enchant Totem, which doesn't hit anything, but throws down the Fissure. Blinks away. Sodium Master possibly in a little bit of trouble here, getting separated from the rest of the group. Chaos Knight sucking in Barelegs. Barelegs throwing down the Echo Slam. And the Fissure killing off... Goodness, killing off the Wraith King and the Chaos Knight. Sodium Master the only one left, I think. No, Sodium Master went down too. Where is Windranger? Or excuse me, where's Crystal Maiden? She's in the fountain. Crystal Maiden hasn't been playing this whole game. They've been playing, I can't believe I haven't noticed this. They've been playing a 4v5. Crystal Maiden level 1 with an Arcane Aura and an Iron Branch.
Dire's bottom tower
When
under
did she
fire.
get the abandoned wind? How did I not notice this?
Dire's bottom tower is in pieces. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
To the swift, the souls.
AA threw down the AA ult, hitting 3 people it seems. Bloodseeker went down and Razor having left the fight.
Spirit bows to me.
Jukers gets shackle shotted up, takes the Wraith Fire from Wraith King. He's just going to turn right back around, say, hey buddy, how do you like my raises? Takes down the Wraith King, gets himself a nice kill. Barelegs blinking in, tries to throw down the Enchant Totem, decides to stop, noticing he's not going to stun up the Windranger. Save that mana for a rainy day. AA TPing out. Barelegs in a little bit of trouble trying to get away from the Wraith King and the Chaos Knight, or excuse me, the Windranger and the Chaos Knight. They are looking like they want to give chase. They don't exactly know where he is. He's going to pick up this bounty rune and head into his own jungle. Looks like the trio that is alive is headed towards the middle lane, away from the AA ult. that's in Dota TV. Wonder if anybody else is watching this game.
Where were we? Radiant was pushing... Or was it? Okay, never mind. Everyone just go bottom.
People are salty in the FaceIt League. They know Shadow Fiend is there. Windranger still takes the ult anyways from a double damage Shadow Fiend. Windranger going down. Chaos Knight throws in the Reality Rift, throws down the Chaos Bolt. He might be able to get this Shadow Fiend. No, Barelegs comes in. Doesn't have enough mana for his Echo Slam. Oh my goodness. Shadow Fiend goes down. Legacy's here to try and clean up, but he's got the Shallow Grave on him. There's the Echo Slam, taking down the Chaos Knight. Wraith King comes in. He's got his ult up and an armlet, but he is no match for these three. AA ult gonna go down. Might catch him. Nope, doesn't need it. Gets the fissure from the Earthshaker. Earthshaker jumps in, gets him with the Enchant Totem. As soon as he's up, slows coming out of Ancient Apparition, and Legacy is just gonna chase him down. Tower don't matter to him. And it looks like the Radiant are going to try to finish off this game. Dazzle coming out, try to defend the tower. Radiant looking like they're going to back off. Roshan isn't up for what's probably another 2 minutes. Believe I'm reading that right. Windranger going for her Ags stubbornly. Dazzle with the urn picking up a bracer to make himself a little less squishy. Chaos Knight picking up a Helm of the Dominator, did not end up going drums. Got his Armlet of Mordigian and a Helm of the Dominator and called it a day. Windranger scouting out the Radiant team with her power shot, tries to TP away, gets Enchant Totem by Barelegs, and she's going down. It pays to have wards, kids. It pays dividends. Legacy jumping in, throws down his Blood Right. Wow, they just lined up for that Shadow Fiend ult.
Under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Didn't even have time to catch that. Requiem of Souls, just burning everybody down. Full souls. Full steam ahead, says the Radiant. They're going to take this rack, say thank
Dire's
you.
bottom barracks has fallen.
We will take some more.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
This tower is going to go
Dire's
down.
middle tower
AA
has
getting a
fallen.
little bit defensive with his offense, trying to keep the opposing team from getting out here quickly to these racks, trying to keep the defense away.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Melee racks goes down. Looks like they're just going to focus this range racks down before the other team can engage.
Dire's middle barracks has
The Dire completely worried about their tier 4s at this point in time, not even paying attention to the Radiant team, just ravaging their base. Blood Right goes down. Shadow Fiend invis. Pops his invis for just a casual right-click attack. Legacy going down really quickly to this armleted CK. Barelegs comes in with the Echo Slam. Is it going to be enough to take down this CK? Yes, it is. AA going to get the last kill on that. Wraith King going toe-to-toe with the Shadow Fiend with his lifesteal. Might be able to keep him alive. They both go down at the same time. But Wraith King has his ult up. And it's just the lonely Ancient Apparition now that Razor's gone. AA does get the hell out of dodge. Manages to TP back to the fountain. Barelegs and Jukers with buyback. Not really worried about any type of YOLO push from the other team. And if you haven't guessed it, it would appear that the Radiant team has this game well in hand, even though it is 4v4 and spent the most of the game being 4v5 in favor of the Radiant. It's not hard to believe that they're winning. 15,000 experience difference in favor of the Radiant, a little bit more than 20,000.
Tower is being attacked.
Probably about 22.5 thousand gold difference in favor of the Radiant. Dazzle with the drums pickup, interesting. It gives his bracer a little bit more meaning, helps his team give a little bit more chase, but it seems a little bit like a useless
Dire's
item to
top tower
build
is under siege.
at this stage in the game. Really just
Dire's top tower has
kind of a
fallen.
waste of gold, it seems to me. Gives them a little bit more attack speed and movement speed. A little bit more tankiness, but ultimately not really going to help them out here. This Radiant team not even caring about the negative armor from the Dazzle ult. Legacy getting shackled up, going down quickly to the Wind Ranger ult. Barelegs jumps in with the Echo Slam, throws down the Fissure and the Enchant Totem. Wind Ranger might not get away. Nope, Dazzle goes down and Wind Ranger quick to follow. It's a fast team wipe. Chaos Knight coming back up.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Not exactly sure what he wants to do here, watching his last set of racks go down.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Some more salt coming out of the Wind Ranger. No surprise that he's called the
Dire's
Sodium
top barracks has
Master.
fallen.
Chaos Knight tries to suck in the Shadow Fiend. Barelegs jumps in, says, stay away from my carry. Throws down the Enchant Totem and the Fissure. Doesn't look like Chaos Knight's getting out of this one alive. Wind Ranger shackles up Legacy and Barelegs.
Dire's middle tower is
Not
being
really going to
attacked.
get anything out of that. Looks like this game is going to be over and fast.
Dire's middle tower is now but a memory. Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Unstoppable. Triple kill.
And I think that's 100% going to do it as the last tier 4 goes down and the Ancient is going to be quick to follow.
Dire's Ancient is
A
taking
quick and handy
damage.
GG from the Radiant team.
Look at how invulnerable Dire's towers are. Dire's Ancient
And
is
that's going to
under
do it for my game 1. I guess I will follow Legacy and Barelegs into their next Faceit game. Okay, we're gonna refresh the dashboard and hope that somebody's actually watching me.
Chalupa. It's bacon.
So it would seem that I'm being counted as 2 viewers. Or I'm just offline. Who knows? Alright, okay. Dyer starting off with a less ranked band. Not really a big surprise there. Great mid-hero. Great at team fights. Real damn good if you get his Octarine core up on him. Interesting band coming out from the Radiant. A Bane, so it looks like they're interested in not having people be held down, as Bane is so good at doing with his Nightmare and his Fiend's Grip. Storm Spirit band coming out of the Dire. Looks like they're trying to stay away from the mid lane heroes. Maybe they're worried about a weak mid lane player, or they have a specific strategy in mind. Storm Spirit, you know, not just to worry about the mid lane. Storm Spirit is an incredibly mobile hero who scales well, or fairly well at least, into the late game, especially if he gets his farm and his items. Pudge ban coming out of the Radiant. I'm kind of wondering if maybe they're just trying to mess with the other team, or maybe they possibly know something. This is a FaceitLeague, so they could be looking these guys up on Dota Buff or something. Something. Alright, so we see the Bloodseeker. We saw the Bloodseeker last game on the Radiant side. Obviously a new team, but Bloodseeker, very powerful hero, good offlaner, especially if he gets his farm early. He can definitely wreak havoc, as we saw last game. Good at getting into team fights and cleaning up those kills, or laying down a lot of damage onto the other team. Out of the Radiant, we see the double pick. We see a Winter Wyvern pickup. Wyvern probably going to be a support. Really good at locking down the other team and holding them in place, especially for this Queen of Pain ult. Really good with the ult at soloing, or, excuse me, solo targeting one of the other team's heroes, trying to get that hero out of the way. Maybe the Radiant think that that's what this other team is going for, is going to be a 4 protect 1 or some type of team strategy that relies as a linchpin. One hero is just the linchpin of the whole strategy, and if they can pull him down, they can tear him apart. It can also be used in a different way. Obviously, those of you who know, the Winter's Curse solo targets one of the, or it's an AoE, excuse me, but it targets one of the opposing team members, and all of the other team members that get caught in Winter's Curse have to attack that team member. So they're not only putting damage, reduced damage at that though, onto their teammate, they're also vulnerable to attack from the other team, which is where the Queen of Pain comes in, be able to throw down that AoE, scream, Dazzle ban from the Radiant, and a Razor ban. All of these mid heroes are coming out for the Dire, leads me to believe that they may not have a lot of faith in their mid lane, or again that they have some very particular strategy in the mid lane that they're looking to run. The Dazzle ban I really can't put my finger on why he's getting banned out by the Radiant. He's fairly good at pushing. He's really good at team fights. I guess the thing that they're worried about is the negative armor or the positive armor buff. Really want to get through with some type of damage, like magic damage. Really interested in keeping that away, make them build armor items or build magic resistant items to deal with their damage. And that would be why there's the Zeus pickup from the Radiant. So good ban there. Really looking to blow this team out of the water with a big team fight style Winter Wyvern ult into Quap Scream into Zeus ult. We see the Radiant ban out the Undying as well. Incredibly strong team fight hero. Really not looking to deal with that Tombstone, especially when they want to group up like they do with the Winter's Curse with the Scream of Pain. Dire banning out the Bristleback. Obviously, they think that they can build possibly some tanky heroes or some heroes that do wallops of damage, and they just don't want to be dealing with somebody that takes reduced damage, doesn't want to be dealing with somebody with a lot of health. And Bristleback can also deal a lot of damage and do a lot of diving, so it's possible that they might want to pick up somebody who's a little bit more fragile in the early game. We see the AA pickup for the Radiant. We saw that picked up last time. It worked out really well for them, really kept the mid lane in check, or at least a lot of those ganks in check with the Ice Vortex, slowing down the advance of the enemy heroes. Also worked well on getting the ganks out, slowing down those heroes to get them trapped up for the kill. We saw a lot of good AA ults come out, and this AA is definitely going to help really well against heroes like Bloodseeker and Huskar. Huskar obviously relying on his inner vitality and keeping that sweet spot in between stealing just enough life to stay alive and losing just enough life to deal a lot of damage really fast. A Baden pickup, I guess, to keep the Huskar alive if need be. Really good at throwing out those burst heals, getting rid of stuns. Not sure if the Aphotic Shield would dispel Winter's Curse. The AA's Icy Touch might not work out too well for this team. Already pretty slow on the right-click attacks already, then. They're not really dealing a lot of right-click damage here. It looks like they want to build a lot of magic damage, and Huskar is pretty resistant to that, so they might be looking to pick up somebody, you know, like, well, a Shadow Fiend wouldn't really work out, as this Queen of Pain is probably going to head to the mid lane. But somebody who deals a lot of right-click damage really well. Maybe a Wind Ranger? A Wind Ranger for the off lane would be pretty good. Ban out the Earthshaker. Again, wanting to group up, not looking to deal with that Echo Slam. Possibly also building a split push hero. Maybe a right-click or somebody like Broodmother, as this team is fairly inequipped to deal with a Broodmother. Sensing the desire. There it is. There's the Broodmother pickup. I feel good. I called it. Only the second time streaming. But the Dire kind of sensed that idea of they needed a right-click hero, and so they decided to ban out the PL. PL was a good ban, but Broodmother offers the Radiant team a little bit more maneuverability. She can split push, she can transition into that carry. Oh, there's the Axe pickup. The Axe pickup trying to counter the Broodmother, see if he can jump in and call it down. Jukers played the Shadow Fiend last game. Gonna pick up on the Broodmother. We'll see if this Broodmother, where she heads off to. It's really important for this team that she find her farm.
Just so you know, I'll be taking a shot.
Wondering
every time you
if
die. Please try to keep me out of the
we're going to get the anticipated Axe safe lane and have them send their Broodmother to the safe lane. No, looks like Quap's going to be sent to the safe lane. On Legacy, Mr. Manager going mid on the Zeus. Jukers is going up top with his Broodmother, but I think he might be taking Winter Wyvern with him, try to keep Axe away. No, Winter Wyvern just looking to give him a ward, possibly. So Brood's going to be alone, possibly at the mercy of this Axe. Axe and Bloodseeker securing this top rune. Broodmother says, I don't care, I don't need it.
30 seconds.
She's going to go block up some small camps and try to push this lane down early. The entirety of the Dire team forcing their way to that top rune, hoping to find a kill. They spot out Gonza, the Winter Wyvern, in the mid lane. Not exactly a fast hero, but he does have Arctic Burn. Juker's thrown down his web, blocking up a camp.
For my amusement.
The Radiant team know where the Dire is. They saw them all grouped up there, thanks to this ward here in the mid lane. Mr. Manager picking up one bounty rune. Axe picking up the other. Huskar and Abaddon going bottom. Abaddon throws up a ward, knows the Winter Wyvern's there. Let's see if Wyvern throws down a sentry. She will. And they're going to get rid of that ward right quick. It's possible that Abaddon knows that that observer ward has gone down there. He does have another one that he might be able to place in the jungle. Speaking of jungle, they're going to jungle this Bloodseeker. No room for him in the off lane. No room for him in any other lane, really, with this one support in the Abaddon. Axe getting the counter helix doubled up there, already level 3. 1 point in Berserker's Call. He's looking for this Broodmother. No sentries on the Axe, though.
Denied.
Viper getting a bit low there. Zeus really wants that kill. Let's see if he can throw down the Arc Lightning. He's going to hide away. Popped a Tango. There's the Arc Lightning. Tries to get him with a Bolt. But nothing doing that Tango and that regen. Just too much for Zeus to handle. Zeus going to pick up that bounty rune and the bottle. Bloodseeker's going to come in here, try to cut him off. He's got the Blood Rage and the Thirst. Zeus isn't really low enough for anything to be done about that. Bloodseeker going to come back, see what he can do, see if he can try to cut him off. He might be able to get him here. He's going to bottle up. He still has vision. He is going to cut him off. Not exactly sure what he thinks to do here. Looks like he's just going to turn around. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Huskar and Abaddon, level 2. Legacy level 3. Looks like these boys are keeping him in check down here. Winter Wyvern comes down looking for the first blood. Winter Wyvern not popping anything. Pops the Arctic Burn. No Splinter Blast out of Winter Wyvern. And, oh, Legacy jumping in with the scream of pain. Getting greedy and falling to the Huskar thanks to the Mist Coil from the Abaddon. Not exactly what Legacy was going for there. Good aggression, just unfortunate that he didn't have the backup to get the job done there. His counterparts being relatively low level, Winter Wyvern not being fast enough to get out there, throw down the Splinter Blast. Bare Legs on the AA not being able to do much, only with cold feet, and that has a fairly short range. Meanwhile, up top, Broodmother and Axe still duking it out. Axe up on farm. Zeus topping the net worth charts. Looks like we've got a disconnect from Huskar. Pause coming out.
Power of electronic sports to continue playing.
Huskar rejoining us.
Insufferable gibberish.
Comes back in, unpause the game. 4 minutes in. First blood goes the way of the Dire. Bottom lane, Bare Leg spots out a double damage rune. Looks like Abaddon's going to get in here and pick this up before anybody can get to it. Mighty unfortunate for AA to back off at that point in time. Viper looks like he's going for a Wraith Band build here. No bottle, but still 4 tangos. Not really worried. Zeus with Thunder God's Wrath now. Bottom lane, Abaddon still with the DD. Got about 5 seconds before it wears off. Looking to use it, but Bare Leg's going to back off here. Abaddon throwing down the Observer Ward. They don't know it's there. Bare Legs does buy sentries and obs, but they'll figure it out in due time. Meanwhile, top lane, Broodmother giving chase to the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker just going to move away. No reaction from the Axe. Bloodseeker going to pop a tango. Get out while he still can, while Broodmother farms up this jungle. Oh, the Axe, level 7 with the dunk. Not a wise there by Jukers.
Axe wants to know their name.
Radiant's top tower is under siege. Radiant's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Viper and Bloodseeker moving in, looking for this top rune, possibly looking for a gank as well. Looks like the top rune's going to be a regen rune, might be useful in a getaway here. Zeus, seeing a possible gank coming, just going to run way down the river. Bloodseeker showing himself in lane, going to run up here, probably grab this regen rune. Meanwhile, Abaddon looking for the bounty rune down bottom, but he will find that it is already gone. Axe is leading the way in this game in terms of net worth, along with Queen of Pain and Viper, and then Huskar as well. A lot of them switching places very rapidly, so I don't really have a great idea on what the order is. But the Radiant really struggling for farm. The support's only at 800 net worth, give or take. Broodmother not far above them. Well, she is at least 1,000 above them. 1,900 just below the Bloodseeker. But she's still a far cry away from the Axe, who she's laning against. Legacy coming in, blocking up the Abaddon. Abaddon, not level 6, is going to go down to the Scream of Pain. Huskar trying to throw the Burning Spears down on Legacy. Looks like he's going to get away with that nice tread toggle there.
I am ever so
Doesn't look like
grateful.
Bloodseeker can see this Broodmother.
You get nothing.
Axe might be getting the lucky call out. No Blink Dagger on Axe. No sentries down either. Axe does have his Boots of Vitality, but it looks like Broodmother is going to get away pretty clean here. Viper picking up a headdress halfway to a mech. He's going to TP top. Zeus pops the ult, takes down Axe and Huskar. Great burst damage coming out of Zeus. Takes down the Bloodseeker as well. Looks like they want to add Viper to the list. Broodmother giving chase. Got that speed on those webs, but it looks like Viper's regen is going to prove a little bit too much with his headdress. Broodmother still trying to give chase. Might want to pop a web here. No, she's not going to pop a web. Just send her Spiderlings after the Viper. He's going to hide in the trees. And he might possibly live to fight another day. Broodmother trying to come down, see if she can get another shot at him. Axe going to come back out. Try to drive this Broodmother away. She throws down another web, gets some more Spiderlings, and she's going to try and move away from this Axe. Narrowly avoiding the Berserker's call, shows herself, but she does manage to get away.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
And she's just going to do her very best to
Radiant's
keep
courier has been murdered.
that Viper back
Radiant's
out of
top tower
lane.
is under
Meanwhile,
siege.
bottom lane, Bloodseeker shows himself down here. Took down the Radiant Courier, not carrying anything, just on its way back from, I believe, delivering wards to the Ancient Apparition. Here comes the Dire Courier holding some
Dire's
wards for
middle tower is
Abaddon.
being attacked.
Abaddon, no boots, just regen. And a Clarity. Huskar, also pretty poor on farm, also with the Helm of the Iron Will and the Blades of Attack. Looks like he's going Armlet of Mordigian first. Bloodseeker coming down bottom, still trying to sniff out a kill. Looks like Broodmother died top. Sorry for not noticing. Broodmother dying to the Axe again, probably to a Berserker's call. Arctic Burn coming out of the Winter Wyvern as she spots out Bloodseeker here in the jungle. Bloodseeker going to lay down the blood right. Thunderbolt coming out of Zeus. Wonder if we're going to see a Thunder God's Wrath. He's still silenced, looking for the Thunder God's Wrath. He wants it, he takes it, and he gets a double kill. That Thunder God's Wrath also helping the Queen of Pain split even, I believe, with the Huskar.
Come to axe.
Poison.
And it looks like things are turning about face in Radiant Team's favor. The gold took a brief dip there, but is now on the upswing for the Radiant Team. Along with that XP graph a little bit further down, but we see that it's coming to right itself again. The mid lane Zeus 4-0. Viper not really making quite an impact on this game just quite yet. Axe taking down the Queen of Pain with the dunk. Broodmother trying to give chase. She's getting taken down by the tower. She's getting real low. She's got to get back. Man, that was a close one. Gets hit by the Bloodseeker ult. He can see her because of the Thirst ability. Oh, that is just wildly unfortunate for the Broodmother and for the Radiant Team. Losing 2 for nothing with Axe getting away. Broodmother currently leading in current gold as well. Not exactly sure what she's going to buy. She's got 1,200 gold, possibly looking to buy an Oblivion Staff outright, maybe go for an Orchid, maybe buy... I can't imagine that she would be buying a BKB first. A lot of these are big physical players. BKB not really going to do her much good in this game, but an Orchid might with the damage increase. Not a lot of armor on this team. Axe taking out the Winter Wyvern in the mid lane, getting away with the speed from the Culling Blade.
Radiant's bottom tower is being
Zeus and
attacked.
AA trying to give chase. AA still level 5. Trying to hit level 6, trying to get his farm, because that level 6 ult is really going to help them out in these low health situations.
For the twins.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Bloodseeker throwing down the Rupture and the Bloodright. Legacy trying to stay in place until this Rupture ends. He's got about 20 seconds left. Broodmother trying to chase down this Bloodseeker. Can she get him? She's got 3 seconds until she's got her spawn Spiderlings up. She throws down. Zeus throws down the ult, robs her of the kill. Huskar jumping in on the Broodmother. Winter Wyvern trying to save her with her ice, or cold embrace, excuse me. Huskar armleting away. Armlet toggle. Axe, 10 seconds left on the Berserker's Call. Viper trying to slow down this Zeus with right clicks. Zeus going to dive into the trees, but they're going to follow, diving under tower. Winter Wyvern trying to throw down the the Splinter Blast, excuse me. Throws down the Cold Embrace. Is it going to be enough to keep Zeus alive? The Sonic Wave comes out of Queen of Pain, but it's not going to be enough to keep Zeus alive. And Legacy's going to go down too. Viper looks like he's going to get caught here behind this tower. If Winter Wyvern can muster up the right clicks, no, she can't. Viper's going to stay alive. Bare Legs comes in, cleans up, gets the kill. But it is merely a compensation prize, or a consolation prize, excuse me, as all of his teammates go down. Huge swing in favor of the Dire. And that does not bode well for the Radiant team. Even though they're only down by 1 kill, that fight underneath the tier 1 tower for the most part, there at the end, especially a 3-2 matchup at that point. Granted, Zeus was on the run, but a 3-2 matchup underneath their tower. They managed to blow some ults, and they still died. The Broodmother wasn't with them, but a 4-3 matchup, Axe Viper, and I believe it was the Huskar. Or excuse me, it was a 4-4. I believe they did maybe lose the Abaddon there. But still not boding well for the Radiant team. Especially since they want their ults to be the pinnacle of their team fights. Blink Dagger up on Axe. 2 stout shields in his stash. Okay. Weird build. They think they see the Broodmother.
Is taking damage. Dire's bottom tower
Zeus comes in, throws down a Thunderbolt. Not sure why Broodmother decided to show herself. Maybe she didn't see the other 4 heroes. Trying to see if they can lock down this Viper with this haste rune on the Zeus. He does have his ult. He does have a significant amount of mana and a Force Staff. Here comes Huskar. No sentries up in the lane. Zeus throwing down a Thunderbolt, but that doesn't really bother Huskar with his... He's maxed out his Berserker's Blood, giving him 7% resistance to magic damage, bonus resistance. Axe jumping in, throwing down the Berserker's Call, saving Huskar with the armlet toggle. Zeus already threw down his ult. They're not going to get this Huskar, maybe not going to get this Axe either. His Broodmother falls as well. And Axe is going to get away. Another near escape for the Dire team is very costly for the Radiant indeed.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Almost a 1,700 gold swing going the way of the Dire. 1,900 XP exchange.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Especially with AA falling in the bottom lane as well. A trash ult being thrown out, really. Just trying to keep these people off of their bottom tier 1 tower. Now, they haven't lost any tier 1 towers, which does afford them a little bit more map control, the ability to come back into this game. They're only down 4 kills. And it's not too bad of a situation if you have a Broodmother and Axe is leading the net worth chart. Granted, there are several heroes that scale fairly well into the late game that are currently ahead of Broodmother, but you also have Queen of Pain and Zeus up there to sort of cushion that gap. 3 people bottom lane. Bloodseeker with an Invis rune, probably got about 35 seconds left. Axe jumps in, misses the Berserker's Call on the Broodmother. Broodmother throwing down the spawn Spiderlings. Put a little damage on Axe. Looks like she wants to give chase, but those counter helixes are a thorn in her side. Zeus being pinged out by the Viper. Gets ruptured up by the Bloodseeker. Needs help from his teammates. Doesn't look like they're going to get there in time. He's going to move forward a little bit. Bottle up. Gets the Cold Embrace from Winter Wyvern. The Sonic Wave going down. Not doing a whole lot of damage. Throws down the Winter's Curse on the Viper. Viper might be going down. Mr. Manager going down first. That guy, the Huskar, jumping in. Taking down the Zeus. Going to take down Legacy as well, possibly. No, Legacy going down to the neutral creeps, but that guy chases down the Winter Wyvern. AA dying in the fray as well. And this is not looking good for the Radiant team as they just keep losing fight after fight and just ever so narrowly a lot of the time. This Dire team just managing to get away. And it looks like they're going to lose their first Tier 1 tower here in the mid lane. Broodmother still struggling to build her Orchid Malevolence.
Middle tower has fallen.
Broodmother trying to go on Axe, and she gets the dunk. 19-10 in favor of the Dire. Juker's already calling out a GG. And that's going to do it. The captain calls GG. He says, I don't want to play this game anymore. Says, I am out of here. A rough game for the Radiant team. Zeus really the big bright spot. Queen of Pain tried to get things going, couldn't get a lot of assistance from her team. Really started downhill with that first blood. Broodmother, the carry that they were really depending on, not being able to pick up as well. So the strategy was there, but the execution, it seemed, was lacking, or just a lack of follow-through on the side of the Radiant. Had things gone a little bit better, that first blood, maybe Quap had gotten a little bit more of assistance, if, I don't know if there was a lapse in communication there. Anyways, still a decent game. Good effort from the Radiant team. Good teamwork and a little bit of luck from the Dire side gave them the victory. And in all fairness, if the Radiant had stuck it out, who knows what could have happened? I always like to say, you know, always leave room for the opportunity for your opponent to make mistakes. But Jukers apparently thought fairly highly of the team, decided they weren't going to make any mistakes, and that he was tired of playing that game. Well, I'm not sure if that's going to do it, folks. We'll see if they play another game. And if you like the channel, please feel free to subscribe. Always looking for more subscribers. I'm going to be able to start doing this a little bit more often. Hopefully going to be able to cast some international replays. Very excited about that. And I will probably be constantly following Legacy, at least, in his adventures through the FaceitProLeague and any other shenanigans he might get into. And I may just cast some casual games just for fun. Maybe one day I'll even get invited to Dirt Mall. Dream bigger. Anyways. anyways, think we're going to try to take a little break here. Not exactly sure how I'm going to do my stream. I'm a little bit poorly prepared, as I was just trying to get this stream in. Didn't set up any of my other scenes for a waiting screen or an off-air screen, anything like that. So my apologies. Alright. Looks like Legacy and Bare Legs are done for the night, so I believe that means this stream is done as well. So to anybody who was watching, thank you for watching. Please join me again. My schedule is probably going to be a little bit sporadic. I'd like to try and get a more consistent schedule up there. And follow me on Twitter for more updates. I will put a schedule up on Twitter as soon as I possibly can. And thank you everybody for watching, and I hope I get to do this again soon.